Hello everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the new Blood Angels Captain model. Yep, here he is, sent to me early by Games Workshop to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So, hold on to your hats, because, well, you probably already know everything that's going to happen in this one, but we're doing it anyway, because I know you guys like to see these Blood Angels videos. So we're going to jump in and we're going to start painting him. He's been primed in grey Seer, and the colour we're going to be using first is Baal Red. And we're going to be applying this over top of all of our Blood Angels Captain's armour, excluding this shoulder pad. We're going to be applying it over that for now, because we've got company markings to put in there. So we're just going to avoid it. So with all of that Baal Red applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Blood Angels Red and Lahmian Medium, and we're going to apply this over the top as a really nice, gorgeous red shading for all our armour. So with all of that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Imperial Fist, and we're going to apply this over top of this shoulder pad. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion, and we're going to apply this over, well, a lot of details. So we're going to be applying this over things like this Blood Angels iconography on the knee, well, shin, like that sort of thing. We're also going to be applying this over the top of the kind of frame of the wing on the shoulder up here, but not over the top of the pinions. We're going to apply it over the top of the casings of the Power Fist and the Inferno pistol. We're going over the top of the outside of the cloak and over the top of the joints in all the armour. So with all of that Black Legion applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Cygor Brown, and we're going to apply this over the top of the ropes and the leather, such as the holsters and pouches, and the belt. So with all that Cygor Brown applied, we're then going to take some Skeleton Horde and we're going to apply this over top of the parchment down here. Like so. We're going to apply it over the top of the parchment on the shoulder. Like that. Got some parchment. On the Power Fist. Like so. And we've also got the inside of the cloak. So with that all done, it is now time to take some thinned down Retributor Armour. And we're going to apply this over top of, well, pretty much all of our decorative details scattered around the model. So we've got things like the blood vials and teardrops. Like those ones there. We've got the belt buckle. Got this one here on the chest. We have the chalice and the blood drop here on the winged part on the shoulder. We've got the iron halo and the laurels as well. And we've also got things like the winged skull on the Power Fist and these bits here on the cloak. There's a whole lot of gold. With all of that Retributor Armour applied, what we're going to do now is we're going to take some Shyish Purple, because we forgot to do it earlier, and we're going to apply this over the top of this little purity seal. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors, and we're going to apply this over top of pretty much all the remaining details, excluding the heat shield or barrel of our Inferno pistol. We're also not going to apply this over the top of the winged feature on the shoulder. So with that all done, our next colour is going to be some thinned down Castellax Bronze that we're going to apply all over the top of that heat shield on the Inferno pistol. So with that all done, it's now time to add some more shades to the model, and well, the first of these is going to be some Guilliman Flesh, and we're going to use this over the top of all the gold, and we're also going to use this over the top of our Castellax Bronze heat shield on the Inferno pistol. I was about to call it a melter pistol, which isn't wrong, but it's not the name. And so with that then done, we're going to take some Nuln Oil. I'm going to use this to shade our black details and our silver details, but we're also going to use this as our base coat slash shade for the white of our feathers and hand on the shoulder pad. And for our final kind of shade, but really a base coat, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Dark Angel's Green. I'm going to apply this over the top of the lenses of the helmet. So with that all done, our Blood Angels captain is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and he's looking pretty good. However, we're of course not going to leave him there. No, we're going to take him to the next level, and we're going to do this by adding some highlights and a little bit of freehand. So, the first colour we're going to be using is some thinned down Evil Sunz Scarlet. And we're going to be doing that a little bit of freehand here by applying a kind of large red line coming down the middle of our shoulder. Like that. And on the other side as well. And we're basically, what we're aiming to do is create 3 sections of yellow, red, yellow. And we're aiming for the kind of middle of this kind of curl on each side. Of the parchment. However, once you're happy with it, and well, we are going to need to straighten this one out a little bit, we are just going to block it in like so. I was just neatening everything up. However, we're going to come back to that in just a little bit, because what we're also going to do with the Evil Sunz Scarlet is we're going to use this to highlight all of the red armor. Just like that sort of thing. So with all that Evil Sunz Scarlet applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Fire Dragon Bright. And we're going to use this to add a little bit of a kind of spot highlight over the top of the red armor. This is a little bit wider than a normal spot highlight. But you essentially want to do most of the edges, kind of like that, but not all of them. As in the whole of the edge. So with all of that Fire Dragon Bright applied, we're then going to take a small amount of Casandora Yellow. I'm going to use this over the top of the yellow sections on our shoulder, just to give it a little bit more punch. And with that Casandora Yellow applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Dawnstone. I'm going to use this to highlight our black details. So with all that Dawnstone applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Administratum Grey. I'm going to use this to add a couple of little spot highlights to all those black details. And so with that all done, it's now time to take some thinned down Gorthor Brown. I'm going to use this to highlight our brown leather details. And with that Gorthor Brown applied, we're then going to take a small amount of Pink Horror. I'm going to use this to highlight the wax seal. Like so. And with that done, we're then going to take some thinned down Corax White. We're going to use this to highlight the white details. Just like that. And so with that then done, we want to take a tiny amount of Moot Green. I'm going to use this to add a little line going across the middle of the eye lenses. Just like that. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this to highlight the parchment and the inside of the cloak. So with that all done, it's now time to highlight some metallics. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all the silver. With all of that Ironbreaker applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. We're going to use this to highlight all the gold, but we're also going to use this to kind of block in all of the gems and things like that. So for example, that vial there. That gem there. That one there, but also looking to highlight the belt buckle. Once all that Liberator Gold is applied, we're then going to take some Blood Angels Red. I'm going to use this over the top of those gems and vials. And so to finish off all those gems, we're going to take a small amount of Ardcoat and we're going to apply this over the top of them. And so with that now done, we're going to take some thinned down Runelord Brass. We're going to use this to highlight the heat shield on our Inferno pistol. So with that all done, there's just one last thing left to do, which is to add some writing to all of the parchments. We've got this one here, we've got the one on the Power Fist and on the Purity Seal. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some Cygor Brown here, and we're going to use this to write in any words and text that we want to do. So on our shoulder here, we're going to write the word Sanguis. So we're going to start right in the middle by drawing in the letter G. This is going to give us the spacing we need for the other letters. Just like that. And so with the base all complete, our Blood Angels captain is now ready to lead the second company of the Blood Angels into the future of whatever that may look like. Yeah, I mean, painting Blood Angels is always a good time out for me. It's very quick, very simple, very easy for me to do. I'm very practiced at it now, but I really do enjoy it from time to time, busting out my red armor chops. He's really cool. It's a nice model. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.